like 24 to 30 knots of wind all day, or most of the day. We've just tipped round the edge of Martinique on the west coast, and we've just lost all wind. Our destination is somewhere, we think, just over there. And because we've sailed all the way with both sails out, we don't want to turn an engine on, but we might have to. "70 kilometres long by 35 kilometres wide, the island of Martinique." Our sails are flogging. True wind speed 6.9. Boat speed 1.6. Come on, wind, pick up. We don't want to turn an engine on. That, I believe, is the volcano that last erupted in something like 1903, I think. And there was a prisoner in the fort and prison around this corner, and it was one or two people that survived because the walls were so thick, the red hot ash didn't kill him. Very, very beautiful. We are on anchor in Martinique, Saint Pierre, after what was about a 6-hour crossing, I think, today.
Yeah, about 6 hours.
Maximum speed, I think we saw 10.6, didn't we?
9.6.
No, we went over 10 knots.
Did we go over 10
Yeah,
knots?
10.6 was our maximum speed. Yeah, we was running at 9.6 for quite a while, and then we hit it and got over 10s, and then 10.6 I think was our maximum today. Maximum wind speed I think was 32 or 33.
32.
That was apparent. 28 true wind speed. So we are on anchor. Most of these boats here are on anchor, and the rest of them are all on mooring buoys. We did call up for a mooring buoy, but matey was a little bit rude, so we just thought we'll save 40 odd euros over 2 days and just go on anchor. We are now trying to find a customs dock where we clear and go and get some food. Cleared into customs online, and apparently we don't need to do anything until the last day we leave. We need to get stamped out and get clearance papers. So we're about 60% of the way down from St Martin's to Grenada after Martinique, which we're going to stay here for a week. Our next port of call will be St Lucia. After St Lucia, I believe we check into St Vincent, which is the start of the Grenadines, which there are a number of islands that we're going to visit through the Grenadines, including Bequia. Good morning from a very sunny, very hot Martinique. So this is Saint Pierre on the northwest tip of Martinique. We got here yesterday, late yesterday afternoon, went ashore. Met a guy called Gary, who's a solo sailor going down to Grenada. So we're probably going to do a bit of sailing together. We're going to pick him up in a moment, go and have a coffee, rent a car and then have a drive around this northern area. There's a few things we want to do here. But I think it was 1903 when that volcano killed everybody up here except for 2 people, and one of them was somebody that was in a prison cell, I believe in the old fort. So we're going to see if we can find that today. I don't know the full story of the 1903. I believe it was 1903 anyway. But a lot of areas of this town are still covered in ash, pumice as they call it. A beautiful day. So we're going to spend a week here in Martinique. Our next stop will be Port de France, and then we'll work our way south before we shoot across to St Lucia. But we're anchored in about 8 metres of water, got 50 metres out on a chain. Feel quite comfortable that we're slightly protected from the easterly winds. Can't see it from here, but as you're sailing around that corner you can actually see the lava flow quite prominent still where it rolls down the valley the other side. I think, I might be wrong, but this area used to be the capital before Port de France, which is now the capital of Martinique. Apparently they've got some really good beaches here on this island, and there's quite a few things to do. So we're going to stay here today and tomorrow, and then head down to the middle of the island on the west coast, stay there for 2 or 3 days, and then end up leaving on the south tip to jump over to St Lucia. This mooring field looks quite empty, but yesterday it was absolutely ram-packed, and the problem is to anchor here, literally just here it drops off to over 200 metres deep. So this area where you can anchor is very, very small. There are boats down the other end. You can anchor down that end, or take a buoy in the middle here, or anchor at this end. So there is plenty of places to anchor, but it's very close up to the beach, and if you drag backwards your anchor, then it can't grip anything because the water's too deep, so you just end up dragging out to sea, which I'd rather drag out to sea than end up dragging out onto rocks. We're on the northern tip of Martinique and we've just stopped in this restaurant for dinner. Little fishing village. We have rented a car for today. That car is that little white one. And we are having lunch.
For better days to come and carry us like wind in our sails. Hold on tight, I can smell the shore, it's right in front of us if we just hold on tight. This vision that I saw is getting closer every dawn. We are dreamers of the shore. 7 years now on this boat, and we all know where we belong. Just wait. For our home to show on the horizon, soon we'll be there. Hold on tight, I can smell the shore, it's right in front of us if we just hold on tight. This vision that I saw is getting closer every dawn.
An ancient hospital, David. Beautiful evening, 5:30. Just sailing down the west coast of Martinique. We've just been asked by a fisherman to move out of our anchorage with about 20 other yachts because there's something to do with fishing going on in that area from 5 PM. So we've just upped anchor and we've decided we might as well run for our second anchorage, which we was going to do tomorrow morning, which is just round this corner. La Cabaret is the anchorage that we're going to. So as opposed to doing it tomorrow, we're doing it now. But beautiful sail down the west coast, absolutely gorgeous.
Hey!
We've just left our second anchorage in Martinique, La Cabaret or something like that, and we're on our way down to Fort de France, which is the capital, and we have a number of boats doing the same thing. I think I counted 7 or 8 just there out there. All seem to be going down the same as us on their jib because there's very little wind, so we've got one engine running. Jib out. Very little wind. What wind have we got? 7.1 true. Yeah, no real wind today, which is a shame because we've got a lovely angle. Just haven't got the power in the wind. There's one of the volcanoes just there. I believe that's another one just there. And we had lunch yesterday on the beach, just in that restaurant there somewhere. That one to the right of the blue. And we had marlin in batter, which they class as their fish and chips, with a salad, and it was delicious. What do you think of today's sailing, Dave?
Apart from the lack of wind, I think it's lovely, didn't you?
Yeah, beautiful. Flat seas.
Yeah. Absolutely gorgeous today.
Flat seas. Just had a dive boat go past and he's already over in the corner. There's a dive boat there somewhere. Not sure if we can pick him up, but he's here somewhere. But yeah, beautiful day. This beach is known for its palm trees all the way across the front. This is where we anchored the other day and was told to move down, so we had to up anchor at 7 o'clock in the dark and then go the other side of that pier because they were fishing here. Although it is an anchorage, we didn't argue with the locals, they've got a living to make. But onwards we go. After a 3.5 hour sail today from the centre of Martinique on the west coast, we have sailed down a little bit further today to Fort de France, which I believe is the capital. We have a warship up against the dock. We have anchored in just 3 metres of water, and there is the fort in all its glory. We just had this bally anchor up next to us. Nice little beach just at the end. This is an anchoring field only, there's no mooring buoys. There's about 20 boats here at the moment. There is the little ferry dock, just over the back there. Very overcast today. It was red hot and sunny when we left. I think we left about 9:30 this morning. A place called La Cabaret. We'll stay here for a couple of days. Probably hire a car. There's a few places we want to visit, and then we'll pull up anchor and head from here, I think, to one more stopping place on the southern tip of Martinique before we head for St Lucia. But literally in 3 metres of water. There you go. The capital of Martinique. This is the anchorage in Fort-de-France, the capital of Martinique. We've got great protection because we've got our own warship. There is the fort just in the background. Lovely little beach down the bottom with palm trees all around it. There's a few things to do here, so we're going to have a little walkabout today. Our first mission is to get this filled up with petrol and see how easy it is to take that monster and get our diesel when we leave in a couple of days. And there is the fort, Fort-de-France. She's having a little dance for the other boats, bless her. As long as you don't go foxtrotting off on her own, we don't care. Enjoy yourself. He's braving that cat. I saw him come in this morning. He's put that right close.
Nice little cat, isn't it?
Yeah, it's lovely, yeah. What I've got it. Yeah, I'm not sure. They look like they're too far. Yeah, I think they are dagger bolts. But I don't know. Full moon. Looks like she's in a bit of a mess, bless her.
Victoria, British Columbia.
Yeah, BC, British Columbia, well done. Have a lagoon. Early fountain. Yeah, I filmed it, it's lovely, isn't it? Yeah.
Where, mate?
Well, we've got a staircase over there, but I think this is so low we can jump off anywhere.
What's a bit more like it being spoiled for choice?
Right in between these two, Dave, I think I could see two hooks to tie the tender off. Yeah, I think that's two hooks. We are coming into land, the good ship Reality. See if I can do this one-handed without dropping the phone and falling arse over tit. Aim it slightly that way because the wind's coming from there, Dave. Just slowly, slowly. Keep it going, boy. Okay, see if we can take this. Perfect. And as quick as that, we're in. Well done, boy. Well, there's never a dull moment at the Marina fuel station.
me, baby? Or don't you care anymore? Oh, I know you're so much better than me, but let's not count the score. Let's not count the score. Baby, the only thing that matters is that my love for you never dies. And one thing you can be sure of, honey, you know I'm not telling lies. I'm not telling lies. No, I never lied to you, baby girl. Cannot stay in the darkness. I am drawn to the light. I wanna rest in the arms of an angel and be safe and warm tonight. I wanna be safe and warm, baby. Don't you go, yeah. You're all I want. I never lied to you, baby. Come a little closer, honey. Yeah. Oh.
And just like that, that's how they lift a boat and take it ashore. Whoa, she's rattling around. Very clever. Look at that. And that's how they turn them. Amazing. And now I would think that boat will go on the hard, ready for her anti-foul and annual servicing. Look at that, you could even turn it on a dime. He knows what he's doing. Well, that was a very, very tight fuel dock, I have to say. David's bringing the lines up, tucking the fenders away. I've got the easy job, steering her out, watching for traffic, shallow reefs. I've set the chart plotter up on our next course whilst we was filling up with fuel. And there are a number of marker channels out here that we need to go in between because there are shallow reefs on the way over and we don't want to be hitting one of those. There we go. Another successful mission.
Yeah.
And the time is 9:38, so within an hour. Within an hour we left our anchorage, filled up with fuel, and we took on, so we had a little game. I said 840 litres I thought we was going to take on. David said 745 and we were both wrong. We took them 745.4, so David was out by 0.4 of a litre. That's like a mouthful and a half, Dave. I have no idea how you got that spot on, but well done. So over there behind that yacht is Fort de France, where the fort is. We left there about an hour and a half ago, went round the corner, filled up with fuel. So we have filled both the fuel tanks up. We are now in Anse-Mitain. We're in 5 metres of water with 48 metres out on the chain. We're going to lower the tender, take a little trip up here around this dog leg with loads of little bays, have a little look, come back. I believe we're allowed to use the ferry jetty, which is over there, to put the dinghy, and then we're going to have a walk around the town and find something to eat. Yeah, nice beach, nice apartments, nice gardens. We can take a couple of jet skis back with this, Dave, to the boat.
That's lovely in there,
Yeah, that's stunning. Again, this is all connected to the main land, but it's like almost like little individual islands, isn't it? Like bays and stuff. But yeah, very pretty. And I think this is the one you can walk over. So this one here is a little beach from one side to the other, to the next bay. Yeah, yeah, fringed in palm trees. It never gets boring, this, does it? Yeah, you can walk around here, yeah. I think if you pick up the main beach where we're anchored and walk down the town centre, I think you can walk all the way around here. Yeah, people just there swimming, looking in front. Yeah, let's go right out now, Dave. I'm surprised this isn't combed off with floats. Where these people are. Yeah, gorgeous. And again over the back, Port de France. So the snorkeling looks like it's good here, where these people are all snorkeling. Yeah, stunning beach. Yeah. Yeah, they know how to do it.
Around the edge of me.
Yeah, we've got to go around this bit in front, and then I think it takes us up a cut behind the back of this, the other side, into the marina. VHF 9 and 3 knots maximum boat speed. Oh yeah, wow. You got room to turn down there, haven't you? We turn around there, come down here, turn around here and then come back out. Looks like a plan to me. Double get the lines, yeah. They're normally deeper than what you think anyway, ain't they? Well, that is a tight cut to get these boats in either side here.
I think that tender needs blowing up.
He's deflated. Yeah, nice garden. Yeah. Yeah, that is a lovely garden. Another aluminium monohull. Seen quite a few of those on our trip, haven't we? Yeah. That's it. Yeah, tight quarters to get these 50-foot yachts in and out. I guess when you radio in, they come along with a little push boat, don't they? A little tender. Help you push the steering. There's another aluminium boat, Dave. Yeah. Right, let's go round. Let's have a little look in here.
A beautiful little marina though.
Yeah. Reminds me a little bit, well, you know what it reminds me of.
Annecy
Marcel. Not quite the same entrance coming in, but even so, what a lovely entrance. Yeah, magic. I think we were spoilt to be there for 2 months. In a national park, monkeys everywhere. Again, look at the tight cut to get your boat in and out of these little gaps. Have you noticed there's not many cats in here? There's one over there, but that's a power cat, a sailing cat.
Couple over there.
Yeah. I mean, the good thing with cats is you can turn them in their length, can't you? Wow, how pretty. Yeah, Dave, another aluminium boat. I don't think in the Mediterranean we saw so many aluminium boats, did we? There is a cat over there. Yeah, that'll do. Nice. Very nice. Typical marina in some respects. Bars, restaurants, clothes shops. Yes, sweet. Very sweet. Yeah, we get out of here. Well done, boy. Good driving. Little racing boats.
Safety first.
Well, the safety first is don't go out to sea. You know that, don't you? Because you're not putting yourself in harm's way. Yeah, what a cracking little marina this is. Yeah. I kind of get the feel this is all local, do you? And also, I don't know if you've noticed that there's not much in the way of anything in terms of chartering boats out of here.
No.
There's no dream charters.
There's Ocean.
We've seen that one before.
Century B.
Century B, we've seen that before. I remember the name. I was wondering if that was a fuel dock. I don't know if it is, because I can't see no pumps, so I don't think it is. Maybe there ain't fuel here, eh? Yeah, very, very nice. Got the anchor out on the back of the tender so she doesn't go underneath the pier. But the silly guy next door has got his engine tilted, which is not very good, because that blade can actually damage our boat. It's seen as a thing that yachts people frown upon when people tilt their engine up. And he's not in shallow water where he needs to worry about it being down, where it can't do any damage, so it's a bit silly really. Gorgeous beach here. In fact, there's a number of really nice beaches around this headland. Took the tender around there today. Went into the marina. It was a small marina but very pretty. And we are somewhere out there. There we are. And of course over there, Port de France. But a beautiful anchorage, absolutely fabulous. We are back in the marina, which we came in today in our tender. We've just literally walked from where our boat is on the hook down the beach. Had a little bit of lunch and a beer, and we've come back to the marina.
Ah non, c'est pas. Moi juste
It's got to be one of the nicest marinas I've ever seen. It's not massive. There's the entrance. The beaches around this area are all pure gold sand. Really nice setting. The flowers are beautiful. Tight to get your boat in and out, but doable. I've left David on his own back there. He's playing with a crab on a pontoon. It's quite amazing what gets him excited nowadays. Hello.
Hello.
But is that not a very pretty marina? All these advertising boards for whale watching, sunset cruises, diving. Snorkeling trips with turtles, and we have seen a fair share of turtles in the Caribbean this year, loads of them. I think there's some marlin in that one. Nice little cafe. Catamambo. pulling up anchor. Leaving St. Vincent and heading down to Grand Anse. But it is clearing up. Over there where we're going looks a bit better around that corner. It's not a very good day today, very overcast and lots of rain. We are heading south down the west coast of Martinique. We are leaving the Bay of Fort de France behind. We stayed there for a few days in Fort de France, and then just behind this island we stayed for a day and a half, 2 days, and we were meant to get a car on hire this morning but they haven't contacted us back, so we've upped anchor and we're going around that land mass there, and just round the corner is a bay that we're anchoring in, which is called Grand Anse. Got a nice beach on it. This is a place where a few yachts anchor. That piece of land juts out between these two bays. You can see 3 or 4 yachts there, and again a few yachts over there. It's a little dinghy dock. There's a bar and a restaurant there, and I believe some bars and restaurants just over there where the beach is. So Martinique is quite spoiled. It's got quite a few sandy beaches, and the further you go south away from the volcano eruption of 1902, those beaches up at the northern end are grey from the volcano ash and lava that's built out. So it's a very black sand, but the further you come south, the more these beaches, the sand gets golder and golder. And that is a lovely golden beach just there, and a small little one there, and this land mass segregates the two bays. We were thinking of going there, but it's literally only 4 miles away from where we've come, so we're just going to run on an extra few miles around the corner and go into another bay very similar to where we've just come from. I believe the beach runs right the way around the bay.
There you go, boy.
Cheers, Dave. Look at that. Thanks, boy. Davey's done a nice egg and bacon roll, French stick. Sun is trying to come out. So he's up there somewhere. But look at those clouds ahead. It does look clear the other side, so maybe we're okay today. Over at Fort de France, look at that. That is miserable. Nice?
Very.
Good. Breakfast time. Well, it's laundry day today, but it's all getting soaking wet. It's not all sunshine and roses. Look, the bench is getting soaked. We said we was in for a rainy day today. We have just anchored in Grand Anse. It was alright when we came in, but within about 15 minutes of anchoring, we have a little squall passing by. We are in Grand Anse, another superb little bay. We are anchored next to a Nord Harbour that we was anchored next to when we was in Saint Pierre when we first come into Martinique. So second to last stop in Martinique. We're going to lower the tender, go ashore. There's a little dinghy dock we could use just there. Have a walkabout, have a bit of lunch, and then tomorrow or later today move on to another bay, which will be the last stop for us in Martinique. We've been here just over a week, I believe. We are in Grand Once. Very nice. The sun has just come out. We just had a bit of rain. That boat's just anchored. Yeah, I see him sailing in. There's our lovely Nordhaven ocean trawler, and we're on our way in. I think there's something like 50 yachts here on anchor altogether. Quite a few over that side. Nordhaven 63 ocean trawler. Long range ocean trawler, go anywhere yacht.
What a stunning bay.
Yeah, that's quite magical, isn't it? Quite a few bars and restaurants across the front, which you'd expect. There are supermarkets here, but they're very basic, but we only want some basic stuff today if we can get it. Couldn't ask for much better weather. I mean, that is really calm today.
Yeah, it's lovely now, isn't it?
Yeah, that's, well, 10 minutes ago it was
Hammering it down.
hammering it down, yeah. It's not nice. It looks like he's smoking a spliff. Mate, this one's got a spliff. He's taking it down. He's taking it. Look at the colours on that. Yeah, they're not shy, are they?
No.
The pilot is getting ready for takeoff.
Just got to wait for some satellites.
Always waiting for something in life.
There you go. 16 satellites, we're ready to go.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights. And I really wanna know, if I'll ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high. Even if the sky is falling down. Jumping from cliffs so high, trusting our wings to fly. Sometimes we're crashing down, but we get up and start from the ground. And I really wanna know, if I'll ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high. Even if the sky is falling down, even if the sky is falling down, yeah. The sky is falling down. Even if the sky is falling down, even if the sky is falling down, yeah. The sky is falling down.
That is Diamond Rock, and this is us in Diamond Rock Bay. Just the two of us, and on a hole just there, and us. We are sitting in about 5 metres of water with 44 out on the chain, I think, or 42. And that's the pier that me and David are heading to, just over there, that pier. There's not a lot of reviews on Navily here, so stay put, reality. Yeah. Well, we've got 17 knots of wind coming in from the east, and we're not quite that well protected. We have got protection, but it's not brilliant. And we're going to go and get a beer and a bit of food and do a bit of shopping, and ready to leave tomorrow for St Lucia, which is over the back there.